Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? Today is January 29th, and I appreciate you guys joining me today. This is another Pick 3 video. We call the Pick 3 Secret 2025. And today we're just going to examine some numbers, and we'll go ahead and see what we can find and see if this chart that I have works at all. And this is a chart that I created using an Excel sheet. An Excel sheet is designed basically just to provide you the rundown, and the rundown itself could at least give you like the insights of what's happening, what's going on behind the scenes here. And sometimes we just want to know what the next number would be, try to get the next number to hit the winning number to at least make some money and stuff like that. So that's one of the whole thing that's what the goal is about on pick threes. And so the information I'm going to share with you today would be around the state of Georgia, right? State of Georgia is pretty much going to be wrapped around. Looks like Georgia has three drawings. They don't call it pick three, they call it cash three. All right, so that's what it's called, cash three. And they have three drawings during the day. One is for midday, the next one is evening, then there's a night draw. So I got the numbers here. So I'm just gonna do a few days on this one. That's on the 16th to 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So we'll look at this information here for you and see how this chart will work. And this is a 317 rundown chart. So this is how it's designed. 317, 317 across the board. And each of these section comes down. So if I enter the numbers through here, and then when I hit the run button, it automatically populate the numbers for me. So that's the way this is designed. So let's look at the first number. So this is on January 16th, the number that came through that night, or that midday number is 492. So if we mirror the numbers here, the 4, 9, and 2, if we mirror the 4, this is going to be 9, this is going to be a 4, this is going to be a 7. Same side, same information on this side, 947, right? So now we'll go ahead and hit the run button. Automatic generates the numbers for us here. So this, if you look at this, the chart 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 5, 12 plus 3 is 5 or 15. And then, so if you just go run down, just keep the second numbers, and it's going to repeat down here. Whatever this number is here, it's going to go here. Same thing with this side. So let me just remove this so that way we don't have a confusion there. Okay, so the date on this one is the 16th. Here's January 16th. So the way I play this is I base it off on the date itself, right? So I choose the 16th. And the number I play it off is the third row every time, because these third rows is considered the month, the day of the, well, the day of the drawing, right? So the numbers I'll look for. So, but if it's at night, I would draw for the next day, right? Because it's gonna be the next midday, which is here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So let's go find 16. So 16 is right here across. So we'll go highlight that as blue. So now you see the number here, 16. So now we're looking for the evening number off the 492. So the 492 is what's drawn. This is the mirrors. And let's go ahead and take a look here. So this is the evening number for 963. So I always look around here where the 963 what came up as. 963 just came out right straight across, or what, going down. See, so the hit number is the 16th. So if I put that back, 963 played this. Get it? So it's always going to be attached to one of these numbers here, right? So always going to be attached to one of these numbers here, the 1 or the 6. This one's attached to the 6 itself, and that's how it became a 963. All right, so let's just leave that there, and we'll go ahead and clean this up real quick. And now let's try 963. 963. So the mirror number on that would be a 4, a 1, and an 8. So that's 418. And then we hit the run button. That is automatically going to update on that for us as well. And again, we're playing for the same day. So which is going to be for the night number. Still going to be 16 again. So 6 is here. And the 1 is here. So this makes it a 16 here. So it's going to be appearing probably one of these numbers, but let's just highlight the 6 by itself. And let's take a look here. And the next number is 364. See, 16. So 16 played straight. Now it's letting you know the number is going to come in straight. So right here, 364. Get it? So now it came up there. And that's your winning number, 364, right under the 6 and the 1. Right? So that's how that one played out. So that one worked very well as well. And that is the date the date for today. I'm sorry, the 16th. And let's take a look at this real quick and see. Okay, let's try it at 364. 364. This is going to be an 8, a 1, and a 3. 8, 1, 3. We'll go ahead and run that. So now we're going to be playing for the next day because it's the 17th here, right? So let's go ahead and look for the 7. 7's here. We'll go ahead and hit that as a blue number. And the next day's number should be attached to that as well somehow. If it's not, then yeah, there it is. So it's right here, 0, 2, 2. All right. So it's attached to the next box on the other side. So we'll just make that green. See, 17. The other way around will be 0, 2, and then the 2's on this side. But this one just went down this way. Make sense? So that's how this one played out. And it is 0, 2, 2 again, but it's still attached to the 7. All right, so that's one of the things there for 17. And let's go ahead and clean that up again. Make this back to orange and this one white. And let's try the next number. Oh, this is crazy. This is Arizona I'm playing off of. I'm not using these. Why am I playing that? So let's make those red. So we're not using that. Okay, so let's try it again. So 17. And let's make that blue again. So the date on that is 258. Still the same thing. Look, 258. See it? 258. Still attached to that. But it's crazy how this 022 played on this one. This one still played as 258 there. And it went down this way too. 258 went down this way. And if it was here, so let's look at the 17 here. So 17. And yeah, and then it went this way too. 28. So it's right here, 285. 285. 285. All right, so that's how this one played out. But this one worked very well. So let's make this back to orange. Even though I made a mistake, it still played out. It's pretty interesting, huh? So let's go ahead and look at that. Next number is 258. 703. And that's 30. What am I doing? Oh, 703 is what the number is going to be because we're mirroring this number to here, mirroring this number on this side too. We'll just hit the run button. So 258 played the same day for the 17th, so we'll highlight the 17th again here. And the next number that came up that day is 648. There's 486. All right, next to the blue. 648, 486. See it? So that's how that one played out again. Still attached to the 17. So that's pretty cool, huh? Because most people, when they play, they just always play the 7 or whatever the date is. Or sometimes they may say, oh, let's go add the date. So let's say if you add the date, let's say you add the 17 and the 1, that would have been 18. It went down here. Is 7, 8 is the 486 down there. Yeah, I mean it's down here too. 486 going down this way. So the date of that will still work. Make sense? 486 down here. All right, so 648 is going this way. See it? Then it went down this way too. 648, 486. So that one played very well on that. Get it? Okay, so let's go ahead and try another number here. So let's go ahead and highlight these back to white, and these ones were oranges. So here we go. And let's try the next number, 258 went to 648. That will be a 1, a 9, and a 3. 193. All right, so that's how it played out. That's the mirror numbers of the 648, 193. So now we'll go ahead and check the date. It's still the 17th. So the 17 is going straight again. Let's give that a try again, 17. So now the next number is 531. 531 down here. See it? Still attached to the blue again. Still attached to the 17. 513. So that's how that one played out as well. And so that one is a really good, it played out pretty good. You know, sometime it doesn't connect with the number that you're looking for, but this one did very well. So it's good. Okay, so let's try the next date. So the next day's number, let's go ahead and let me clean this up real quick. Hold on. So it's gonna be these ones. It's gonna be orange, and these ones will be white. Okay, so the next day, so this is 531. So we'll go ahead and 531 086. You put it back over here, 086, and we'll go ahead and run that again. And 086 would be the date of the 18th. So 18 is right here. Might be these two numbers. Let's try 8 and 1. We'll make this blue. And the next day's number is 394. So let's take a look at that. 394. The only numbers that I'm seeing here is 3, 9, and the 4 came up on the other side. I don't really split up the numbers. I mean, I like to play it to where it's in a straight line, but this one somehow went straight across. 439, 394, 3, 4. See, this one didn't work. 3, 4. There's no 9, unless if you do the mirror side of it too here. 3, 4, 4. 394, because the 4 can become a mirror number down here, right? Sometimes people might say, hey, let me flip this, but I don't like to do that either. Like for me, I don't play when I play, I don't play the mirror numbers at all. I don't try to switch it around because then it becomes a headache. You know, you're just overthinking too much stuff. I like to see it just in straight out how it comes out as. But this one didn't really play well, but it still was connected to the 1 and the 8, but the 8 was the one that separated everything else. So let's go ahead and try the next number. 394 was the number. That'd be 849, 849. And then I hit run, 849. So now the date again is the 18th. So here's the 118. So one of these will tie into that. And the next number again is 022. See, this one didn't play well. Well, it did play well. Look down here, 022. Played that way. So let's highlight that right there. 022. Still attached to the 18 here. Attached to the 8, attached to the 1, 022. Sometimes what I notice here when I play the pick threes and stuff as well, it goes to the next date from, let's say if it was a 9 to the 0, or 7 to the 8, or 8 to the 9. Right? It jumps down. So anytime you play it, it might jump down this way. But if you're playing two charts, sometimes it might jump from here to here, right? So it might move to the 19. This one is that's what happened. This is with this one. 9022 played on a 9 because the 9 is the next day. But it's really still the same day. But this one also went to the 8 over here. because the 8 is what we're looking at. So the 8 might be the magnet here. All right, so but that is how that one played out. All right, so let's go look at the next one. The next one I have here after the 394 is 022. 022. That's a 577 is the mirror number. Okay, so we run that. It's still the same date on the 18th again. So the 18th is coming down this way. It's going up this way. So we'll make it blue again. And the next day again is 455. So the 4 came up here on top. You see it? And the 5 and the 5 is right here next to the 1-8. The only thing that, I mean, if you were flip this number to a 9 to a 4, that's the only way it would have worked. This number right here is a mirror number. But that's too much as well because that didn't work. But somehow the magnet took the 4 here to the 5 and the 5. So 4, or this one is actually a 445. I'm looking at it differently. So let's go ahead and go back out. My bad. So it's a 4-5, 445. Yeah, this one didn't really play at all unless you would have hit the numbers in the corners. But I don't like to play separate certain things, separate numbers. But that's how this one played out, as everything that's attached to the 1 and the 8 came up as 445. See it? So that is how that one played out. So let's go ahead and clear this up real quick. Oh, it's supposed to be an orange. These ones are white. Okay, so 022. So now let's try 445. 990 would be the mirror number on that. 990. Play that here. And so the 445 is a night number. So what we're looking for now is we're looking for the midday number for the next day. So we're going to be looking for the 19. So we'll go down and find the 9 here. That's the 9, that's the 19. And the other 9's up here. The other 1's are way up here. So let's try that. So the 19th, the number that came up that time looks like it's the 887. So there is, this one didn't work out at all. There's an 8, there's a 7, but then the other 7's up here. Oh, there's two 8s, I'm sorry. So 8, 7. Yeah, so the way this one would have worked was just still attached to the 9, but would have played here. See, it went down separately. Went to the 8, to the 7, and to the 8. All right, so that's how that one played out. And let's try the next day for the 19th. 8, 8, 7, 3, 3, 2. Let's go ahead and run that. Let's clear this one back up. So we'll make that white. So the next evening number came up on that. After 887 is 370. And let's go ahead and look at the 19th is here. So we'll just go and highlight that. And the next day's number, or that evening number, was 370. And the 70 came up on this one. So let's check here. So this is where it's playing at. 307. So I went the opposite way. See it? After the 19, 307. 307 went up this way. There's a 3 right here too. So this went backwards. So it went this way. If you would chose a 19 here, it went play backwards. See the 19's down here too. Isn't that interesting? The 19 here played to the 19 here. So the 19 was just flipped over to the other side. That's really interesting. What if I play something like the next day to the next number? So let's try this. So let's say we try the 20. So if I would just choose the date here. So let's put 20 and put 0. And then let's try 721. Mm, Probably not gonna work. But let's try how this one came up as. I'll put a 0, put a 2 here. Well, let me try something real quick. So let's try not play it that way. Let's try 6 6 6 6 3. Matter of fact, well, let's just play the number itself, 721. 721. We run that. Now we find, because the next day, the same day is the, or no, hold on. We played the, which number came up again? Now I'm confused. 597. Oh, I changed the number, that's why. It was the 19th. Was it 370 that we were playing? No, it was the 887, huh? So 887 was there. 337. 337. And if I hit run, yeah, it's a 19. See, two. Now it changed. I wasn't playing that number. Is it 370 that I was playing? Let's try that. 825. 825. And I was playing the 19th. Oh, well, I know what I was doing. I was playing the 445 because the 445 is a 990. 990. Let's watch. What was I playing? Because 887 played on the 19th. I don't know. I confused myself. It's okay. All good. Let's try 887. And 332. Sometimes you get lost in these things. You know, you're always trying to find the best number to come up as. Oh, it was 887 is what I was playing. And 307 came up here. 370 is the one that came up here. So that came to the 19 to the 19. Right, so let's try. Because I always used to try to play like this. I would use this number and I'll try to match the date. And this one went straight across. So let's try 370, 825. And this is 825. Play here. These are all white, white. Let's clear this up real quick. These are orange. And the number that we're going to be playing, again, is going to be the 19. So 19 is here. Put the 1. So the next number that came up after the 370 is the 550. Yeah, this one didn't play out at all because 19 is here. 5 0 nothing. Okay, didn't see it that way. But let's see if I line this up. Let's line up the 19. So we go here. So 1, 2, 3. So 687. Boom. Let's say it's 19 here. And let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's gonna be 0, 6, 3. So I'm playing the same number, but just different areas. But I want to try something. So this is the 19. This is the 19. We'll make those blue. Here's the 19 and a 19. So let's see. So this is 370. So we're looking for 550. 550 is here. 550 this way. Right between the 9 and the 1. The 19 there. This one probably has one too. Those are the two, huh? So you still connect back to the 19 somehow. It is weird for sure. But somehow this chart is pretty phenomenal, you know. It's just really sometimes you think about like how does this even possible? But it is created to where you can actually track numbers faster and quicker and see what's happening. All right, so almost done here. So we're at 370. So let's try the 550. That's 005, 005. So we'll go ahead and do that. And the next number after that went to, that's the midnight, the night number. So the next day is the 20th. So we'll go ahead and go down here and highlight the blue. And the number that we're going to be playing that day is 712. So 712 didn't play out, but the 712 is down here. It's way off. Unless if the, but the 20th is here and the 20th is here. 712. That didn't play at all. No, nothing there. Okay. So let's try the next one. That's going to be 5721 276 276. So the next day or the same day's number is 20 again. So here's the 0. Go ahead and highlight the 0. And the number that came up again on this one is 633. Right here, 336, 6, both sides. Still next to the 0 itself. That's the 20. Get it? So there's this chart I used to play all the time. I never changed the numbers on it. I would play just one chart all the time. And every time I would play the chart, I used to calculate it by dates. So I want to show you this chart really quick. So we used to play this number. It was a 277 chart. I don't know if you're ever familiar with the 277. So it's really 277 is the middle. And I used to play this chart. I would have this on my wall. And what I used to do was whatever number that came up the last, we'll date it off. We'll base it off of the date. So let's try this. Let's try the 418. So let's try this 418. Or let's try the six. This is a 277. So let's try the 633 to the 418. So it's the 20th is right here. This is 0. 20th is right there, and that was a 633. Right here, 663 is the 20th. Right. So let's make that green. So now it's going to be the 20th the same day. Now we're going to be looking for the 418. So 20, 2021. So here's the 1. And yeah, so it's the 21 here. So this is the 1 that we'll be shooting for. So it's from this 0 to the 1. Is there a 418? Absolutely. See? 418. That's how this number used to play on as. See, so then after that, I would go to the next day, which would be the 21st. So from the 21st, this always goes to the next number, which would be the 22nd. But it's going to be playing the same day, so let's look at 418, the date after the 21st. Let me go to the chart here. So the next number that played was 679. That's how it played out as 679. So from here, the 1 and the 6 went to 679. See if it's a 19 is here. No, this is gonna be the 8 to the 9. So let's check around the 9 here. Nothing, huh? But if you would have went to the, so this went to the 20 to 21 to 22. So let's try it that way. 0, 1, 2. So 22. Still nothing there. But if you are still played to the 1, let's try the 1 down here. From this 1 to the 1, 0, 6, 7, 9. Yes, there is. 6, 9, 7. That still points to the 1 down here. Or 6, 7, 9. That appears here. But this is going to be on the 21st. But that's what I used to do is we used to date it off of certain dates. So if it was a 16, so let's try. So what I would do is look for the 16. So 16 is here, right? And let me clear this up real quick. That way you don't have too many colors. When you have too many colors, then it just gets confusing. These are all white, and these are all orange. I like to keep them diagonal like this, so that way I see like if this number plays in the orange or the white. But I mean, I like to play it that way, just as long as they're going straight. And sometimes it may go that way all the time, but then sometimes it may come up as like an L shape or something else. And let's see. All right, so what I was talking about is a 16. So let's try 16 here, and we'll go ahead and make that red. And 17 is up here, which is the same numbers here, right? So 17. So let's try the red numbers here. So 608. So 608 is appearing here in the 16 boxes of the 16. So now let's look at the date from the 16 to the 17. So let's see if the 022 came up under there. So there's a 0 here. The 2's are down here. So this one really want to work because the 2's are all straight in a row. And let's see. But if it was the 022, 022 was right here. And I'm pretty sure 17's around there. You know what? Yeah, it was right. Look, if you put this as 17 numbers, so let's make that blue. 17 and the 680 was right here. It's attached to the 17, and guess what? 022 is attached to the 17 there. You see it? Now let's try look for 18. There's 18 here. There's 18 here. So let's see if any of these play out. So let's highlight those as 18. So let's see, so should be 289 attached to the 18. Yep, off the 220. Look, 298 right there. Let's make it green. See, 298, 289. So that's 18. So now we gotta look for 19. So let's try 19. So 19 is right here. There's a 19 here, there's a 19 here. Right, so 19 and 19. You see it, 19 and 19. And the date of that, it says it's 887. See, what's the red on top of 19? Then from there, this went to 20. So now the 0 is right here. So you find the blue, 20, and 2 zeros over here. So now 20 was 409. 409 next to the 20. Yeah, there was. See, it can go 490 this way. No, 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 no. The 20 is on top of the 7. Okay. So if it was so let's say you look at this chart. So this chart is over here, right? The same chart on this is on this side. So now that you look at the 20 over here. So let's make that purple. The 20 is here. Then the next number is 409. So went up this way. You see it? So let's just get this as white. So 409 went this way. So that's 20. Now it's 21 again. So 21 is the same thing. This 81 down here. See, this 81 right here is right here. So that's going to be 21. So if I put that as 21, that was a 998. 998. See it? It's pretty wicked, huh? But that's how that one played out. So if you just keep one chart, just based off of the dates, off of these, it's always going to connect back to, sometimes this chart goes to the next, which comes back over here. Then you have to play this chart here. So when you play here, make sure you're playing this. If you play here, you're playing this. Or sometimes if you're playing this, it might come connect back this way to the left, right? So that's the way these charts are really interesting, the way it runs. Some people don't believe it, some people do. It's just how you want to play it and see what numbers you're playing, so but that is one of the things. Okay, so last thing I'm going to just bring back up was from yesterday's numbers. So I played numbers in Arizona. The numbers I chose yesterday, I'll show that to you here in a minute. It's going so as long as I just get this cleaned up real quick. Okay, so the number that came up on the 27 was 587. So 587. And then I go to 032. 032. I run that. And it was the date for the 28th. So I chose the 8 here, 28. And that was Arizona numbers, 28. Right, so that's what I chose. And then the next number was 587. So then there's 157. I'm not sure how I played it yesterday. This is weird. 157 just came out right on top. You see it? Right between the 28. I think I played the 27. That's why everything is screwed up. I think I played that same date. That's why I chose all these numbers. I chose a 418. I chose 418, 771. So I chose 771. So I did play the 7. If I would have chose the 8, it probably would have played this. But I had two numbers, 7 1. I had 7 1. 157 came up. I chose a 4. I chose a 7 1. I put a 7 there, made it double. I chose 7 1 here, and I chose the 9. And then on this one, yeah, this one is just a 1. So the 7, I chose it 3 times, but I didn't get the right number. So I was so close based off of this. But I never chose the 147 or 157. So I chose 174, but I didn't choose the 157. See? So that is the number that came up yesterday in Arizona. So let's go ahead and erase this, and let's choose some more numbers that I'll be able to share with you guys again tomorrow. And tomorrow's date is the 29th. All right, so let's try 157. It's going to be 602. 602. Run it. Now the date is going to be the 29th. So we go to here. So the 9 is here. Let's choose that. So if the 9 is here, I'll play over here. That way it's a bigger picture. So the 2 and the 9 is right here. 29. 29 is this way too. So the next day's number, so the 157 is right here connected to the 29. All right, so let's try. So for me to play this, I would play 2 ways. I would choose, based off of the numbers I've seen as 157, I would probably play, 914. I would play 309. I would play 245. I would play 645, 164. I would play 097, I would play 992, and then I probably would play 294. So those are the numbers I would choose based off of the 29 here. Maybe it might go down this way as 529. I'm just going to throw that up there just as if it's a number here. But that's how that one played out. Right, so but that's going to be the 29. So that's going to be tomorrow's numbers after based off of this 157. All right, so I've been on the phone on this video for a while now. It's 40 minutes, so it's crazy. Okay, well, you enjoy yourself and be safe out there. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe so that way you can learn more tips and tricks of how I use this chart. Just understand what's happening. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. But if you want a free prediction book that I have, go to this website right here. It's www.nativedigitalproduct.com/pick 3 lottery prediction. And that's for the February edition. You have a couple of days left, which in a couple of days, so Saturday will be the first prediction. I'm going to start looking at that as well. So if you guys have anything else you want to share, just reach out to me and or put something in the comments in the video. That's where we can answer your questions as well. Well, have a good night. Be safe out there. We'll talk to you again soon.